My story. Commander, entering low orbit, Lieutenant Sarangwin reported, breaking him from his thoughts. Her tone was focused, eyes glued to the controls. Initial atmospheric readings are stable. We should proceed with the landing protocol. Copy that, Lieutenant. Alex straightened in his chair. Prepare the landing sequence. I want to get us on the ground and out of this tin can. As they breached the cloud layer, trees that glowed with phosphorescent light illuminated the landscape below. What is that? Sarah muttered as the other crew members murmured their astonishment. I was informed about bioluminescent flora, but wow, technician Martin Brooks leaned over his console, wide-eyed. It's more vivid than I imagined. Yeah, it looks like a living painting. Alex felt a thrill. Humanity's journey to reach the farthest corners of the galaxy was bearing fruit, and this was just the beginning. As the Odyssey touched down on a small plateau, the crew secured their gear and prepared for disembarkation. Alex had a mission to complete: establish a research outpost and gather data on the newly discovered planet. He gave the crew a quick glance over. All right, everyone. Let's keep our wits about us. Stick together and report any anomalies immediately. We'll split into teams. I want Sarah and Martin with me. The rest of you maintain communication from here. Let's get to work. The crew's enthusiasm lent a buoyancy to his words. As they exited the ship, Alex breathed in the unfamiliar air, thick with a sweet, floral aroma. In the distance, towering trees swayed gently, dancing in rhythm with a non-existent breeze. Commander, Sarah said, adjusting her gear. You should see this. He turned to find her already wandering towards the luminous trees. Hey, don't wander too far. Remember the chatter about anomalies? Oh, come on, what's the worst that could happen? She laughed. This is an adventure. We're not at a theme park, Sarah. In that moment, a lurching sensation coursed through the ground beneath Alex's feet, causing him to stumble slightly. What the? Did you feel that? Martin's eyes widened. Yeah, I definitely felt something. Stay sharp. Alex took a cautious step forward, his instincts sharpening. Let's check it out. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the vibrant colors around them glowed even brighter. The trees loomed like ancient sentinels, watching their every move. Suddenly, they arrived upon a clearing where a portal shimmered in the air, a whirl of colors morphing into a doorway that felt alive. What in the world is that? Sarah pointed, her voice a mix of awe and fear. I have no idea, but it doesn't look stable, Alex said, feeling the magnetic pull of the unknown. Keep your distance. Just then, a low, pulsating hum filled the space, resonating within their chests. Martin hesitated, unable to tear his gaze from the swirling portal. Do you think it's safe? Safe? Alex scoffed. We're standing on an alien planet, surrounded by alien flora. Nothing is safe. Well, what if Before Martin could finish, a flash of light erupted, engulfing Alex. He felt his body being drawn into the mesmerizing colors. No. Commander. Sarah's voice echoed as he was pulled through the portal. A moment later, he landed on solid ground, staggering to regain his balance. The world spun around him, vibrant hues shifted in a kaleidoscope, warping his sense of reality. As it settled, Alex found himself in a breathtaking new landscape, one that looked far more alive than before. Where am I? He muttered, looking around. Towering structures carved from crystal rose around him, radiating with a warm glow. Fragments of language washed over him, flowing like music, yet he understood none of it. Looks like you've trespassed into our domain, Earthling? A sultry voice cut through the haze. Alex spun around, eyes widening. A figure emerged from the shadows, Kaelina, elegant and ethereal with sapphire skin, her luminous eyes sparkling like stars. A hint of amusement danced across her features as she regarded him. Alex stumbled over his words, captivated by her presence. I didn't mean to intrude. I came through a portal. Curiosity often leads to trouble, she said, stepping closer. But in this case, you have stumbled upon the dreams of our world. He took a cautious step forward. What do you mean, dreams? Who are you? I am Kaelina of the Zethran, she replied, her voice smooth and rhythmic as if she were weaving a song. And you, human, have disrupted the balance here. Balance? I was just exploring. Alex raised his hands in surrender, though he couldn't help but appreciate her beauty. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I got pulled through. Kaelina studied him intently. Your arrival is not unplanned. The threads of fate have intertwined our paths. You must help us. Help you? Why should I? Alex countered, trying to wrestle control over his racing thoughts. I'm just a commander on a research mission. Sometimes the smallest actions can create the greatest ripples, she replied, her eyes narrowing slightly as if she saw right through him. Come. You cannot return without understanding what is at stake. Alex hesitated, torn between his duty to his crew and the allure of this otherworldly being. But curiosity gnawed at him deeper than duty. All right, lead the way. Kalina smiled, and for a split second, the weight of their circumstances faded. Come then. Let us explore this dream together. As they walked side by side, the ground pulsated gently beneath their feet, and just for an instant, Alex felt like he was exactly where he belonged. Chapter 2: The Language of Touch. The warm glow of the Zethran landscape wrapped around Alex as he followed Kalina deeper into her realm. The air was thick with the scent of blooming flowers, and the bioluminescent trees stood tall and alive, their colors pulsating softly like a heartbeat. Where are we going? Alex asked, glancing sideways at Kalina, who walked with a grace that seemed to defy gravity. To the heart of our world, she replied, her voice melodic, tinged with excitement. There you will understand more about what connects us. Connects us? Alex echoed, trying to keep pace. I thought you said I disrupted something. As much as you have disrupted, you also have the potential to restore, she smiled, turning to meet his gaze. The iridescent sparkle in her eyes made his heart race. But first, you must learn to see beyond what is in front of you. Right, because that sounds completely straightforward. He chuckled nervously, feeling slightly out of his depth. They arrived at a clearing where an enormous tree towered above them, its branches covered in shimmering flowers. The petals danced in the gentle breeze, producing soft chimes that harmonized with the whispers of the wind. Wow! Alex stepped closer, captivated. This is incredible. Feel it, Kalina urged, her gaze intent. She touched the trunk with her fingertips, and the tree responded, vibrant energy radiating outward. He placed his hand on the bark, and a warm surge traveled through him. What is this sensation? Alex breathed, the connection pulling him deeper into its essence. It's the energy of Zephyria, she explained, her tone patient. Everything here is intertwined. The trees, the fauna, the Zethran all share a symbiotic bond. This is amazing, he said, astonished. So, what do you do with all of this energy? Kalina's smile softened. We nurture it, protect it, and in turn, it enhances our abilities. Our thoughts and feelings ripple through this essence. The stronger our connection, the more we can achieve. What kind of abilities? Alex inquired, raising an eyebrow. Telepathy, empathy, sometimes even. Before she could finish, a soft vibration disrupted the air, and a small creature, akin to a floating orb of light, zipped around their heads. Watch out! Alex ducked instinctively as it swirled around him before coming to a stop, revealing delicate, winged appendages sparkling in the sunlight. That is a Lumina. Kalina laughed lightly, her amusement evident as the creature settled atop her shoulder. They're attracted to emotions. They seem friendly, he observed, feeling both cautious and intrigued. Much like the Zethran, she stated, her eyes sparkling with mischief. You'll find that we respond to the intentions of others. You, however, bring a different energy altogether. Different? Yes, she leaned closer, her voice dropping to a whisper. More unpredictable. You are not accustomed to this world, and it compels you to react differently. And how does that make you feel? Alex challenged, not expecting an answer. It is intriguing, she replied, unabashed. But let's try something different. Close your eyes? Close my eyes? Why? Trust me, she said, her tone soft yet insistent. With hesitation, Alex complied, shutting his eyes. What am I supposed to do? No looking, only feeling, she instructed, her voice guiding him. Reach out with your senses. Don't be afraid. Okay, feeling? He repeated, focusing inward. That's it. Please, just relax. After a moment, he opened himself to the vibrant energy around him, the hum of the lumina, the rhythmic pulse of the tree, the gentle rustle of the leaves. It was alive. Now focus on that feeling, Kalina urged gently. Breathe. Let the world blend with you. As he inhaled deeply, he felt a pull almost magnetic. I think I'm feeling something, he murmured, half in disbelief. Good. Now imagine sending out that energy as a wave, she prompted, her voice steady. Let it flow. Alex exhaled slowly, letting his mind drift into the rhythm of the surroundings. Suddenly, a rush of warmth enveloped him. What is this? Just let it come. Embrace it, she encouraged, her hand brushing his arm softly. His eyes shot open, startled by the unexpected charge igniting between them. Kalina? Now open your eyes, she said, the air thickening with electric tension. He blinked and was struck by the intimacy of her presence. Did I change something? Indeed. She smiled, a melodic sound that wrapped around him. You became a conduit. Now think about this energy we shared. Picture it enhancing our connection. Connection? The word lingered in the air like a promise, and Alex felt himself leaning closer, the world around them fading. Yes. Connection, she repeated, stepping nearer so their words filled the space between them. His heart raced as the moment stretched, awareness dawning like sunrise. What happens if we combine our energies? I believe it could create something beautiful. Her voice softened, tinged with daring excitement. Before he could respond, she took his hands, their warmth melding. The world around him brightened, filling him with a sense of euphoria. He could feel the raw, tangential energy coursing through both of them. With hearts racing, their proximity shrank even further. Caught in the gravity of her gaze, he leaned in slowly, every moment stretched, every breath shared. The space dissolved, distance vanished, and their lips met, sending a jolt of connection exploding through him. The kiss was electric, igniting a flame of warmth that surged through every fiber of his being. In that instant, it felt as if they became one, a swirling dance of emotions and energy blending together. As they pulled apart, breathless, Alex felt a deeper understanding of what it meant to share more than just a connection. It was an intertwining of lives, a bond that could defy the barriers of land and stars. Wow, he breathed, still dazed, trying to collect his thoughts. That was astonishing. Indeed, Kalina replied, a playful smirk on her lips. Did we just make something happen? He asked, a mix of laughter and disbelief escaping him. Possibly. Her fingers grazed his arm, igniting that same warmth again. But there is much more to explore, Commander Alex. Let's explore together then. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in strokes of pink and gold, Alex had yet to realize that this was just the beginning. Their journey had only just begun, with mysteries and wonders waiting to unfold. Chapter 3, A Rift in Reality. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that danced in the twilight. Alex and Kalina sat on a moss-covered stone, the energy between them still palpable after their unprecedented connection. The vibrant colors of the forest shifted as night descended, revealing a breathtaking display of bioluminescent flora. Is it always this beautiful here? Alex asked, mesmerized by the dancing lights. Only when the stars align, Kalina replied, her eyes reflecting the glow around them. But tonight feels especially vibrant, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It's different. Almost magical. He paused, a thought forming in his mind. But what happens now? Kalina's expression turned serious. We must hurry. My people are sensing a disturbance in the balance of our world. Something dark is threatening us. Dark? What kind of threat are we talking about? Alex felt the tension building in the air and instinctively leaned closer. A force that seeks to draw energy from our realm, corrupt it for its own purposes. I suspect it's linked to the portal you came through. Her voice grew urgent. We need to find the Elder Council. They can guide us in how to respond. Let's go then. Alex replied, determination overtaking his initial uncertainty. Show me the way. Kalina nodded, her eyes narrowing with focus. Follow closely. Stay alert. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the air crackled with energy, the luminescent plants casting shadows that felt unnervingly alive. Alex couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was watching them. I've never faced anything like this before, he admitted. I'm just a commander. My experience is mostly managing a crew and dealing with technology. Kalina turned to him, her expression softening. But you've faced adversities before, haven't you? Just think of your crew. They rely on you. Yeah, I guess I have. He took a deep breath, the weight of responsibility settling upon him. But it's different when it's not just a mission or the well-being of my team at stake. This is your world. Exactly. But now your path is intertwined with ours, she replied, her tone resolute. Together we can make a difference. After navigating a series of winding paths, they reached a towering structure illuminated with a steady glow, its walls adorned with intricate carvings. This is the council hall, Kalina said, her voice tinged with awe. Here, we'll find the elders. As they entered, the atmosphere changed dramatically, an echoing quiet settling over them. The room was circular, filled with ethereal light. A group of Zethran elders sat in a semicircle, their eyes fixed on Kalina and Alex. Why have you come here, my child? An elder with silver hair and piercing golden eyes asked, his tone a mix of authority and concern. There is a disturbance in our realm, Elder Naren, Kalina replied, stepping forward. Something dark is threatening not just the energy of our world, but also the balance between our civilizations. We sensed a portal opening, another elder remarked, a hint of apprehension in her voice. Is this linked to the arrival of this human? Yes, Kalina affirmed. Commander Alex came through the portal. He is part of this unfolding. Part of what? Alex interjected, feeling slightly lost. I'm just trying to make sense of everything here. Naren regarded him thoughtfully. You possess an energy that resonates with our world, Commander. It may be your arrival that has set off this chain of events. But we need to know what you intend to do, and whether we can trust you. I'm here to help, Alex said, his voice steady. I didn't choose to stumble into your world, but I want to do whatever is necessary to protect it. What do you know of the dark force that threatens us? Narration pressed. I don't know much at all, Alex admitted, glancing at Kalina. But if it's linked to the portal, we need to stop it from spreading. The elders exchanged knowing glances, their silence heavy with consideration. Finally, Narration spoke again. We sensed that if one of our kind were to bond with an outsider, it could create a connection strong enough to combat this malevolent force. A bond? Alex raised an eyebrow. What does that involve? Kalina's gaze trained on him. We can enhance each other's abilities. Together, we can utilize the energy from our surroundings and create a shield against this darkness. And how do we do that? Alex felt a blend of curiosity and apprehension. Narration gestured to the center of the room, where a platform glowed softly. You must join your energies in a union of purpose. This is a sacred ritual, requiring utmost trust and focus. Are you sure this is the right path? Alex asked, unsure. What if it doesn't work? We have little choice, Kalina said, grasping his hand and squeezing it gently. The energy from that force is growing stronger. We must act before it's too late. Together, Alex stated, meeting her gaze. Let's do this. Narration nodded and began to chant in a melodic language that resonated through the room. The other elders joined in, their voices harmonizing, creating a harmonious hum that vibrated within Alex's very core. Now focus on the energy that surrounds you, the elder instructed. Concentrate on the bond you share. As the chant enveloped them, Alex squeezed Kalina's hand tighter. He felt warmth radiating from their connection, a pulse that rippled through him, igniting memories of laughter with his crew, the weight of responsibility he felt as their leader, and the rush of their previous connection. Kalina's presence infused his thoughts. He felt her confidence, her resolve, and something deeper, a sense of belonging he had never before known. Now, channel those feelings. Narration commanded, his voice rising in urgency. Instinctively, Alex drew from every emotion, every thought. A wave of power flowed through him, merging with Kalina's essence, creating a brilliant light that enveloped them. Together, he shouted, feeling their energies intertwining like a vivid tapestry of colors. The glow intensified, radiating outward and filling the room with a blinding brilliance. In that moment, the connection solidified, a bond that was undeniably real. Alex could feel their animal instincts, their fears, and their triumphant energy surging together, each pulse harmonizing, amplifying their strength. Suddenly, the light flickered, and a shroud of darkness flicked at the edges of their vision, gasps echoing around the hall. No! Narration bellowed, steadier as he pushed against the tide. You must resist. Focus on your bond. Focus. Kalina echoed, her grip not faltering despite the darkness encroaching on their sanctum. Alex closed his eyes, pouring everything he felt for Kalina into the union. We can do this, he called out. I won't let you down. The radiance swelled again, growing brighter, pushing back against the shadows. The connection they forged stood as a formidable force. With a surge of energy, the darkness waned, pulling back into the recesses of the building, retreating under the blinding light. As the echoes of their bond settled, the light dimmed, creating a S next. There is much more to be done, Kalina replied, her expression serious. We must prepare for the chaos that lies ahead. Together, Alex reaffirmed, feeling the warmth of their bond encapsulating the space. Together, Kalina echoed, the light of hope flickering anew in her eyes. Alex felt a pulse of determination within him. Whatever challenges awaited, they would face them hand in hand. Chapter 4. The Hearts Coalition. Dawn broke over Zephyria, painting the sky with soft pastels that illuminated the forest as Alex and Kalina made their way back to the council hall. Night's chaos had left an enduring sense of urgency, and the threat of the malevolent force loomed heavily in the air. Do you think they believe us? Alex asked, glancing at Kalina, who walked beside him with a determined expression. They must, she replied, confidence steadying her voice. The elders understand the gravity of our bond. Together, we are stronger against the darkness. But what's the plan? He pressed, a faint frown creasing his brow. How do we prepare the Zethran for what's to come? We need to rally the people, gather their energy, Kalina explained. But more importantly, we must unite the houses. Without alliance, we stand little chance against the encroaching shadows. How do we even start? Alex scratched his chin, feeling the weight of the challenge ahead. By talking to the leaders of each house. They are wary of outsiders, especially now. Convincing them will be crucial. Sounds like a fun task. He chuckled lightly, trying to mask a hint of apprehension. Let's not draw attention to the fact I'm, well, human. Kalina smirked. I think they will notice, especially when you walk in with me. Just be yourself. Famous last words, he teased, but the glint in her eyes made his heart race again. Let's do this. As they approached the council hall, the air thickened with anticipation. Zethran gathered in small clusters, whispering and exchanging glances. When they spotted Kalina, the murmurs bubbled up. Kalina, is it true? Asked a woman with shimmering turquoise skin, stepping forward. Did you really join energies with the human? Yes, Fanny Lai, Kalina replied, voice steady. We forged a bond to combat the darkness threatening our world. The crowd outside the hall shifted. Uncertainty etched on their faces. Alex couldn't help but feel the weight of their scrutiny. Whatever darkness you faced last night, do you truly believe this human can help? Fanny Lai pressed, skepticism lingering in her tone. He can, Kalina affirmed, her conviction cutting through the doubts. Together, we can summon strength beyond our own. I trust her, Alex added, stepping up beside Kalina. I may not know your ways, but I won't back down from protecting this world. Fanny Lai studied him with a piercing gaze. And what of your kind? Will you leave us to fend for ourselves if it suits you? Alex felt the challenge rising but kept his cool. I'm not here for myself. My crew is my family. I don't abandon family. The crowd murmured again, this time with varying tones of speculation. Kalina reached out and squeezed his hand, grounding him. Let me call upon the leaders. They need to hear this from us, she stated, her voice commanding. We'll gather them in the hall so they can see that our unity is essential. Alex watched her walk to a raised platform at the hall's entrance, a figure of confidence commanding attention. Everyone, Kalina called out, her voice echoing. The time has come to unite. As the chatter quieted, she continued. We have a crisis. A dark presence has unleashed itself upon Zephyria, and we must stand together to face it. I have formed a bond with Commander Alex, who possesses the imagination and potential to help us fight back. Who is this creature? Another voice shouted, a man with deep red skin stepping out from the throng. He is human, Kalina replied, her tone unwavering. He may be different, but our energy combined has grown strong. We can resist the darkness together. Do you truly think we can trust him? Came a voice from the back. Will he protect our people? I stand by my commitment, Alex declared, feeling the weight of their scrutiny. I'm here to fight alongside you, not against you. Every eye in the crowd bore down on him, and he felt the anticipation mount. If we're going to resist this threat, I need your trust. I also need your strength. Only together can we forge a future. You make bold claims for a mere human, said a powerful figure, his golden skin rippling like sunlight through the trees. But what can you offer that we cannot provide ourselves? Alex took a moment to gather his thoughts, his mind racing. I may be different, but I bring something unique to the table. Humans innovate. We adapt when threatened. My crew and I have faced different challenges in the past and emerged largely unscathed. We have resourcefulness and creativity that may create avenues unseen to you. A murmur coursed through the crowd, a mix of disbelief and curiosity. Creativity? The red-skinned man questioned, folding his arms. And how do you intend to use this creativity to combat an ancient dark power? To unite, Alex replied, his voice stronger as he continued. We can't do this from a base of distrust. We need more than just magic, we need strategies built around synergy. Each house has its strengths. We can combine them for a cohesive front. I thought the houses were enemies, driven by old grievances. Fanny Lai stepped forward, eyeing Alex. Even if we wanted to unite, can you truly bring the leaders together? We can start by discussing what's at stake. The darkness doesn't discriminate, it threatens all of us. He took a deep breath. If we don't act quickly, we'll all fall. Your bravado is commendable but naive, Fanny Lai replied, folding her arms. What if your presence leads to more conflict? Well, if we don't try, Alex countered, then we're already lost. A hush blanketed the crowd as Kalina stepped forward again. This human may be our best chance. As different as we are, we can use the strengths of our worlds to build something formidable. Alex felt the weight of her faith in him bolster his confidence. Let's talk openly. What if we gather tonight? Each house should represent its knowledge, its strengths, and its warriors. Let's set a strategy together. After a long pause, the red-skinned man nodded slowly. Very well. But if this goes awry, it will not be on my conscience. Agreed, Vanillai added. I'll gather the leaders. But know this, trust is earned. Alex returned her steely gaze with determined resolve. Then let's earn it. As they broke off into groups, the conversations shifted from skepticism to planning. Alex felt a mix of excitement and fear coursing through him. They had taken the first steps toward uniting the houses, but the stakes were high. Looking over at Kaylina, who seemed to radiate a calm fierceness, he felt gratitude pour through him. You played a huge part in that. It was a teamwork, yes, she replied, a soft smile playing at the corners of her lips. The real challenge lies ahead. I know, but I think we can manage it, together. Together, she affirmed, matching his gaze. As the sun dipped lower, its rays twinkling through the leaves like scattered diamonds, Alex felt something shift within, transforming uncertainty into a burgeoning sense of purpose. Whatever came next, he wouldn't face it alone. They were building a coalition, paving a way through adversity and readying themselves for what lay ahead. Together, they would prepare to confront the darkness. Chapter 5. The final confrontation. The sky overhead darkened, casting ominous shadows as the leaders from the various houses gathered in the council hall. A palpable tension filled the air, allies were often hesitant and distrust floated like mist between them. Everyone is here, Kaylina reported, her voice steady despite the pressure surrounding them. Let's begin. Alex stood beside her at the front of the hall, glancing at the various leaders. The assembly consisted of figures with diverse shades of skin, clothes that shimmered like the night sky, and features that reflected their unique abilities. Each leader held a discerning gaze, many of them still skeptical of his intentions. Welcome, Kaylina said, raising her voice to draw attention. We are here to discuss the impending threat that looms over Zephyria, an ancient darkness that seeks to consume our world. Do we really believe a single human can provide us with solutions? Asked a leader with deep blue skin and sharp features. Alex recognized him as Lorik, head of House Marone. I say this is merely a distraction from our true concerns. Do your doubts keep you up at night, Lorik? Alex replied, his tone calm but firm. Because I can assure you, the darkness won't discriminate between our races. Enough, the elder from House Aseri interjected, his voice booming yet composed. Elder Naren faced the assembly. The concerns of our world are valid, but time is slipping. We must share knowledge, unite our abilities, and devise a plan of action to confront this threat. Alex felt the weight of Naren's gaze, unyielding and serious. I propose we start with understanding what we are up against. Each house has valuable knowledge, we need to share our insights. If we cannot trust this human, how can we expect to trust each other during this uncertain time? Alara, head of House Vela, voiced sharply, glancing sideways at Alex. We must consider the possibility he may be a distraction. Let's focus on the facts. Alex cut in. Trust isn't built overnight, but we can begin forging connections through collaboration. If we join together, we stand a far better chance against whatever darkness strikes us next. Very well, Kaylina stepped forward, composed. Then let's begin with strategy. Each house must contribute its strengths, and we'll design a collective defense. We might be willing to get on board, but only under certain conditions, Lorik replied. Name them, Kaylina responded, resolute. You must prove that this human has worth, he stated. Only once he has demonstrated his capabilities will those of us from House Marone agree to ally with him. Alex exchanged glances with Kaylina, silently communicating his thoughts. Fine, I'll show you exactly what I'm capable of, but let's make it a learning experience for everyone. What do you propose? Alara leaned forward, her skepticism evident. Let's assign each house a challenge, Alex proposed. A trial of sorts. We'll showcase what makes us formidable and collectively come up with solutions to counter this threat. And if you fail? Lorik challenged, arms crossed defiantly. Then maybe you'll have your answer about whether I'm worthy or not, Alex replied, unwavering. After moments of deliberation, the leaders finally nodded their agreement. The tension hung in the air, but Alex felt some flicker of hope. Kaylina turned to him, her expression a blend of admiration and determination. All right, she said, voice steady. Let's divide our resources and prepare for whatever lies ahead. Agreed, Alex replied. I'll meet with your tech specialists to understand your energy harnessing. I might have a few ideas on improving that. The leaders began to break into smaller groups, dispersing throughout the hall to discuss their roles. As Kalina and Alex headed toward the tech division, a young technician from House Ayasa approached them. "Commander Alex, I've heard about your creative problem-solving," the technician said shyly, brushing blonde hair behind his ear. "My name's Ranel. I specialize in energy manipulation and thought it might help to combine our skills." "Absolutely," Alex responded, appreciation lighting his expression. "Let's set up a demonstration of what we can easily manage beforehand." As they walked toward a clearing outside the hall, Ranel gestured to a series of energy conduits running from the nearby trees to a central power node. "If we connect with the bioluminescent plants, we can create a surge of energy that might amplify our defenses." "Great idea," Alex replied, feeling a buzz of excitement. "Do you think we can draw on the energy together?" "Definitely, but we need additional coordination with the others. A full commitment would enhance the outcome." "Very well." He turned to Kalina. "What do you think? Ready to demonstrate teamwork?" "Let's do this," she said, a playful grin on her lips. "Just tell me how you want to start." As they began their work, the sun rose higher, and other leaders slowly trickled into the clearing. Elders and technicians from different houses began brainstorming together, collecting thoughts and ideas under the sprawling branches of the bioluminescent trees. "We can enhance the energy output by using reflective surfaces," Ranel suggested. "If we angle them to catch the transmission and redirect it." Lorik chimed in, his skepticism fading slightly. "What if we create barriers using our energy to form a shield? If we understand its intricacies, we can predict its movements." "That could work," Alara nodded, her brows furrowed in concentration. "If we combine bioluminescent energy and your shield, it could amplify the attack patterns. Not only will the barriers protect us, but they may also absorb energy from our surroundings," Kalina added, excitement drifting through her voice. "If we channel our attention together, we might just create a formidable defense," Alex concluded, sensing the atmosphere beginning to shift. Alex and Ranel delved into activating the energy conduits while exchanging pointers with the others. Their synergies began to take shape, each pulse of energy matching with one another, growing stronger under a collective effort. "This is it," Ranel exclaimed, adjusting the timing of the energy influx. "If we feed it into the barrier, we can sustain ourselves when the force begins to come." The energy glowed brightly, catching the attention of passing leaders who paused to witness the budding collaboration. "How long can we maintain this level?" Alara asked, worry stitching her brow. "Only as long as we work in tandem," Alex replied, the realization settling solidly within him. "We break it apart, the force will sweep in. We have to unify our efforts. But without trusting each other fully, how do we ensure no one falls behind?" Lorik interjected. "By actually communicating," Alex answered, shrugging lightly. "Every voice must be heard. With unity of purpose, we can channel a collective energy that transcends our individual ideals. Then let's solidify our commitment," Kalina called, raising her hands. "Together, we can build a stronger collective and stand against the shadows." With a newfound resolve, the leaders joined hands, their combined energies sparking to life like a shooting star across the now illuminated clearing. Alex felt the magnitude of possibilities blossom around them. Each leader, once divided by differences, now stood united with a shared purpose. At that moment, he understood their fight against the encroaching darkness was not merely an obligation, but an opportunity to connect, collaborate, and redefine their destinies together. "Are you ready?" Kalina asked him quietly, her energy humming next to him. "I've never been more ready," he assured her, a confident smile breaking across his face. "Then let's gather now," she replied, exhilaration spilling into her eyes. "Together, we prepare for what's to come." As they completed their preparations, Alex felt a rush of adrenaline and purpose coursing through his veins. Whatever awaited them, they would face it as one.